What's up everyone? Today I'm going to be showing off a team that I believe is going to be meta defining, and we're going to be using one of the new pets to achieve it. We're going to be exploring the power of the Sage Grouse today, which is one of the newer pets that they have added in tier 3. Its ability states that whenever you sell a pet with a strawberry onto it, it's going to be sold for 3 extra gold. So every single time that you make a buy sell, it's actually going to be making gold for you instead of spending gold, which is very strong, as you can probably imagine. We can combine it with a lot of different stuff. I believe I have seen a video of Metabrusque who beat me to the idea, but he was using the seagull actually instead of the pheasant that we're going to be using today. To generate strawberries, I believe pheasant is going to be the best solution. Pheasant, in case you haven't figured it out already, as we find the sage in the shop, is that level 2 pet that we just received, and its ability is that it gives a temporary strawberry to any pet summoned. So that counts for both buy sells and for summons in the fight. And strawberries can be good in fights as we level up into yet another Sage Goose, so we have a very strong beginning, as we can take a look at the ability as well, generating us 8 whole gold, so that allows us a lot of freedom to actually make another purchase. But as I was saying, the strawberry got reworked so that it has an in-battle ability as well. It's now going to be giving +1/+1 to the backmost unit in the fight, so pheasant can be good for both buy sells as well as in-battle scaling. In this case though, I believe we're going to be losing, 1 HP off, but that is perfectly okay. This build is very heavily reliant on the late game. It's also kind of difficult to play because we're going to be using the trigger resets a lot. You can see me stacking pheasants on top of each other just to reset the triggers. We're going to be doing something very similar for the Sage Grouse as well. And you can see the power of the pheasant in action right here. We get some stats out of the dove using the temporary strawberries, and here I believe we're going to take a magic lamp, hoping to level up the Sage Grouse next turn. Maybe I could have sold the Sphinx there just to get the extra gold, because we're not going to have that strawberry on it next turn, but as you can see, it did win us the turn, so I think it was a worthwhile keep. So yeah, hopefully this time we find the level 2 Sage Grouse. Getting a level up would also be quite nice for the purposes of finding a tier 4 unit. I believe I have both sea anemone as well as buffalo in the pack, so we are very heavily encouraged to buy sell as soon as we find one of those units. By the way, if you enjoy what you see, I would really appreciate if you subscribed and liked the video, because I put so much effort into these runs, so please and thank you. Back to the run though, even without a buffalo or a sea anemone, I believe we are still incentivized to buy sell, just because we are going to be making gold by buy selling, as we previously discussed. Like you saw that we bought the pillbug for 3 gold, now we're selling it back for 4. You can also see us stocking some pills in the shop, and that is because if we can afford to get another buy sell of a dove, actually we won't be selling it, but we will be pilling it instead if some of our units have a strawberry. But I guess it's not going to come to that, as we find another sage on the team. We also find a cassowary, which is yet another pet that is going to incentivize us by selling. And I believe we're going to be getting the cassowary first. In case you don't know, the cassowary is a star pack pet, and its ability is that whenever a friendly pet gets a strawberry, the cassowary is going to receive 1 permanent HP and 1 temporary attack. So it can serve as our buffalo in this situation, because we're going to be getting so many strawberries. I believe on this turn we're going to see it in action. I'm trying to figure out the best way to start by selling. One of the purchases will be made onto the sage, so we have 1 strawberry onto the team. We also find a bloodhound. Bloodhound is one of the other new pets that they added in the update, and its ability is kind of synergistic with what we are going for. Whenever we sell a pet, the bloodhound is going to stock it back in the shop, so it's going to be very useful for stuff like zebras and cows and blue-ringed octopi. I don't think we want to be using it that much early though. The best we can find is like a tier 1 sell pet for some minimal value. Instead, what we can do is focus on getting some more sages and some more pheasants. If we get both the sage and the pheasant up to level 3, it's going to be absolutely perfect for us. Getting the cassowary up to level 3 is also heavily incentivized, but I don't think we're going to have the gold to get all of that going. So instead, let's just focus on our priorities, getting the sage first maybe, then maybe the cassowary. I guess the order right here doesn't really matter. Maybe I am thinking about the bloodhound in this situation, making it stock a marmoset. You can see the ability work here, by the way. Unfortunately, it does stock at full price. It doesn't stock free like the anglerfish does, but then I think it would be very overpowered. So good decision from the devs to do it at full price. In the meantime though, we have exhausted both of the triggers of the buy sells. We did manage to refresh the triggers on the sage, and now we get to refresh the triggers on the pheasant as well. So you do need 2 refreshes in order to keep the combo going, but when you do, you get 7 more gold, actually 6 more gold extra I think it would be, as we get a very lucky roll with a bloodhound as well as 2 pheasants. I don't think we need both pheasants, but let's see what we do. I guess we freeze both of them. It's kind of unfortunate that once you get a level 3 pheasant you cannot reset the triggers anymore, so I think freezing both of them was a mistake, but I don't think it's going to matter that much as we hopefully get a win right here. So I think we're finally starting to catch up. The cassowary is finally big enough to where we can actually compete with the other teams, and it's only going to continue getting better for us. In the meantime, we are preparing for level ups on turn 9. Turn 9 is going to be very important. There is one very specific tier 6 that we are looking for, which you can probably guess the one in question. But in the meantime, we're going to get some buy sells going. We're going to get maybe a pheasant level up. I think I could have saved it, but then again I really do want to refresh the strawberry triggers because it does scale up our cassowary, so I guess you could have gone both ways. Here we level up into a bad dog, so we're going to be taking the evil book. Evil book by itself is capable of winning us several rounds, so I think we should be safe for now. We shouldn't be losing any hearts with the evil book on our team. In the meantime though, we do find the sea anemone, but I believe it's a little bit too late for it. I believe at this point we should have had at least a level 2 sea anemone in order for it to be useful. So we should be ditching it next turn. In the meantime, hopefully we do win. I believe even without the help of the evil book we would have won there, so we are very strong in this position, especially us having 3 hearts in reserve. You can see us talking another sea anemone, by the way, not that it really is going to matter. But here we go, we get a level up. I guess we're going to take it on the cassowary. We level up into an oyster. That is going to be a lot of gold for us, but yet that is not the tier 6 unit that we want. So we're going to continue rolling. We find a cow. Cow is kind of decent. I guess it does give us free milks, but we have exhausted the triggers of the bloodhound, so no more cow stalking in the shop. Thankfully though, we do find a chocolate for the sage, so whenever we sell the cow we are getting a lot of gold back once again. And we also find the tier 6 pet that we wanted. We wanted the dragon obviously, and we're going to be taking it. Here we go. Dragon has been acquired. We're going to be getting this cow too surely. This combo does need a lot of combo pieces in order to function. We need all of the pheasant, the sage, the dragon, and a free slot for the dragon buy sells in order to be happening. So we don't really have much freedom for creativity. Otherwise I think I would have kept the bloodhound, but unfortunately we cannot really fit it in. So we're going to have to stick with the cassowary, which is now at 1320, easily our biggest unit, and it's only going to continue to grow once we get a level 2 dragon. Here we get a little bit screwed over by a skunk, but thankfully the dragon is chunky enough that we get to survive. And I think the game plan is going to be to get our buy sells in as we make gold from those, and then hopefully by the end of the turn find 2 chocolates to level up the dragon up to level 2. And when we get our level 2 dragon, I believe it's going to be super easy to win from there. Maybe we won't even need any extra equipment, but for now we're just hoping to see enough stuff to level up the dragon. We find a crow, which is excellent. That is 1 chocolate onto the dragon, giving us gold back even. And I guess I can freeze some tier 1s in the process. In case we do find the chocolate, we are ready to have the buffing from the level 2 dragon prepared. But unfortunately we don't find any extra chocolate, so we are going to unfreeze the tier 1s, hoping to see a dragon next turn and going from there. In the meantime, are we still strong enough to win without the help of the evil book? I think we got pretty lucky with that matchup, honestly. They were setting up, as were we, so I think we did pretty well to win right there. Maybe not worth it to buy stuff right now. The pig is kind of worth it as it does generate 1 extra gold over the other tier 1s. But as I said before, we really want the chocolate before we start buy selling, and thankfully we do finally find a crow, so our greediness was rewarded. We can afford the chocolate as well as the buy sell, and we also find an extra oyster in shop, so this is going to be a great turn for us. We're going to be scaling up massively, getting multiple strawberries, generating a ton of gold. Like from 0 gold we went up to 9 with only 2 buy sells, I believe. Our units are massively scaling up as well. The cassowary already up to above 40 HP and the other 2 units soon to follow as well. I think we should freeze the cornucopia right here in order to secure something like a melon or a steak. This team looks super weak. They must have been rolling in order to generate all of these trumpets, but we do have the roll stats in order to compete with them, so that is great news for us. This turn I guess we can greed a little bit by getting some equipment. We don't really need that many stats. We would more benefit from a melon at this point, and we thankfully do get it. I decide to put it on the unit with the highest attack. Maybe incorrect, but I think it's comparable to all of these units where we put the melon. In the meantime though, we find another tier 1. This time it's a Chihuahua, which we're going to buy sell for a profit. We're going to get an orange maybe, or a tomato. I guess it's kinda difficult to decide which we want, right? I believe in a couple of turns all of our units will be 50-50, so maybe the tomato is the stronger play on the dragon. But I don't think we want to keep it forever. In the meantime though, we can just continue buy selling, another kiwi buy sell. Sadly we don't have any strawberries on the team, otherwise the kiwi would be giving us 1 extra attack. It's not like we really need it, but it's always nice having some extra stats. And we're going to finish the turn off on a steak. We find a beaver for next turn as well. For now we can click end turn and hopefully breeze through yet another team. This is looking kinda scary. They do have a Jersey Devil as well as a turkey. But thankfully we have just enough stats that we can survive, so that is great news. We are hitting our ceiling pretty soon as well, so hopefully we should be winning relatively quickly. Otherwise I don't think we can survive up to like turn 18 or something, but I think it should be very easy for us to win 2 more times. As we cycle yet another beaver, getting some much needed attack onto the team. The dream shop roll right here, multiple tier 1s as well as multiple zebras, not to mention the extra cornucopia in the shop. Yeah, I don't think I could ask for anything much more than this. We can just buy sell now, the game just plays itself basically, and here we go. Up to 40 attack on all of the units apart from the dragon. And we're going to finish off on a pillbug for next turn, as well as another Chihuahua. So I don't know, this looks extremely overpowered to me. This reminds me honestly of the old magic beans together with pelican buy sell strategy, but you get this online much faster and you benefit from this much faster as well. So Maybe the pheasant will need to be nerfed eventually, but then again Star Pack PvP players will be very mad if that happens, so I guess it's kind of a delicate operation how you want to be balancing this. In the meantime though, I believe this is the last turn that we're going to be fighting, and we're going to be getting up to 50-50 on all of our pets. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I think it is a very strong run. If you do want a code to the pack, I will leave one in the description. And other than that, I really hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.